Well, good morning everyone. This is George Bairuthi from FS Securities, a stockbroking firm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And today I'll show you how investors and traders can make money on our stock market. I'll show you what is hot and what is not, and what you should hold and what you should fold. So enjoy the presentation and give us any feedback if you wish. We start with what happened overnight. This is the global data. I'm going to very quickly tell you that in America, the stocks were actually mixed. The Dow was down, the other two indices, the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, were up slightly. Of course, everybody's waiting to see what's going to happen between China and the US regarding the trade talk. In Europe, the StoXX 50 index, which comprises most major European markets, was up 1%. In London, up 1%. The DAX in Germany, up 1%. In Japan, the Nikkei was down 2%, and in China, it was nearly up 2%. Our market yesterday, we were down 0.2%, 11 points to 6,060. And by the way, the futures this morning are showing that the market most likely will go up by 24 points at the start of trading. Gold is still holding on to the 1300 level. It was down $7 US per ounce, but still, remember, it was nearly $1,200 below today's price about 3-4 months ago when we told you you should start trading gold and get out of Bitcoin. All right, crude oil, $52.53. Remember, it nearly dropped nearly 4% a couple of days ago. It's hovering between the 50 and the 55 US per barrel. All right, the Australian dollar, $70.06. 70 cents, 0.6 US, 62.6 euro cents, 55 British pence, and 105 New Zealand. Okay, the volume in our market, yesterday we had 25% of our trades were up and 28% down, and the volume was a bit lower than usual. Okay, let's look at what we recommend. This was done on Friday night. Actually, it shows what we expect during the week, this coming week. As I said, you know, this is very much the derivative or the results of the trade last week. So the American market is still, for the aggressive trader and the very aggressive trader, bullish. For the long-term investor, it is actually neutral. Gold has lost a little bit of the very strong bullish positions. It dropped one little sell for the conservative trader. The Australian dollar, we've gone from bullish, very strong bullish, to bear based on what happened last week. And of course, that's what we forecast for this coming week as well. Okay, now our sectors. You can see that our sectors, based on last week's results, were very, very strong for the aggressive trader and the very aggressive trader. Gold lost a little bit of the momentum, but the materials, that is BHP, Rio and Fortescue and other zinc and aluminium producers, we are very strong as well. So telecommunication, we've gone from 5 weeks ago to be neutral, almost neutral, to bullish, bullish, bullish. And we've seen Telstra in the last few weeks rising above the $3 and hanging in there. Now, what happened yesterday as far as the sectors? The best sector that we see, metal and mining, was up nearly 2%, followed by gold. Yes, gold was up by nearly 1.6%. Materials and resources were also high. Worst sectors, property and financials. The banks started to lose a little bit of their strength and momentum that we've seen a few weeks ago. Okay, this is the XJO, the Australian ASX 200. As you can see, since late December, we've seen the market shooting up quite a bit, from nearly 5,400 to 6,000. That's nearly 10% or over 10%. The question is, do you see that blue line is actually the upper band of the Bollinger Bands? And based on statistics, 98% or about that sort of percentage of all the closing price should be inside those two bands. Having gone outside it, it's either that the blue line will go up and push the various candles upward, or the candle will start to come down. Most likely after that big rise, we will expect that the market would probably go back to that black line. That black line, as I mentioned in previous video, is the 200-day moving average, followed extensively by the fund managers, and they react very seriously about it. The fact that the hour market closed several days above it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 days above it, that's a very good sign. So we might see a retraction for a short time, but I think there is a very strong momentum on the upside. So short term bear, long term bull. Okay, now in terms of what we should trade, now if you go back 5 weeks, and I remind you this was done on at the end of the market close on Friday, so that's based on what we've seen last week and what we forecast this coming week and beyond. So the market is very strong, as you can see here. That's the weekly, and a week before we've had some bear, some bull, some neutral. So the market has actually gained a lot of momentum last week, I guess mainly because of the banks and other stocks and other sectors. Now, where do we trade today? Okay, the best we got Rio here. Rio is very strong. We have Woolworths, very strong. And we have, for the aggressive trader and very aggressive trader, a lot of options here. The only thing is Transurban, TCL. At the moment, I would rather be neutral on the sideline for Transurban. Now, what happened yesterday? BHP continues to go higher by 2%. Again, very strong indicator here. Woolworths was slightly down, but still very strong around the $30. Telstra was still very strong at $3.22. We haven't seen that price for Telstra for quite some time, so hopefully it will stay above the $3.20. Okay, and finally, I just want to give you the disclaimer. I don't know your financial circumstances, so obviously before you take any action, please consult with us or with your professional advisor. Anyway, have a fantastic day and happy trading.